Good evening, everybody. I pray that all is well. Welcome to the room again on tonight. I am your host, your roommate, Dr. Gina Crawford. Go ahead and like, love, and share this with somebody on tonight. So I just want to say thank you for popping in on us tonight. Let us know where you're coming from. Isn't that what y'all say? Let us know where you're from. So glad that you are back in the room with us on tonight. Go ahead and like, love, and share this and subscribe to our YouTube channel, LSCM633. I pray that all is well with you. Pray that you are staying safe. We are in the almost the midway point of July already. And so I hope that July has been good to you. I hope that you have been good to yourself and have been spending time with God as we all should, which we're going to talk about again on tonight. So, again, thank you. Welcome to the roommates. If this is your first time, welcome to the room, the place where we talk about what happens in the rooms of life. And so I want to jump right in on tonight. So we've been talking about this hard reset, right? The hard reset. And shout out to those who have, hey, shout out to those who have inboxed me and just say, hey, last week was really a blessing. Pray that tonight is a blessing as well. God has been pushing me to be real transparent in this hard reset season. And so that hard reset season is that season of life where you know that some things need to change. You know that you need to change. You know that God is really teaching you some lessons through people. Woo, teaching you some lessons through people and teaching you some lessons through even the things that you go through yourself. And so go ahead and share this with somebody. I think this is something that somebody else needs to hear on tonight as well. And if you don't share it now, if you didn't catch us live, go ahead. And for those who are watching the replay, want to say good evening and good morning and good day to you as well. I hope this blesses you. So we're continuing this conversation about the heart reset. I told y'all last week and week before last, literally, I had this epiphany. I woke up one morning and it was almost as if I got a little slap in the face where it was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so it's to the point sometimes where you pour so much into other people and you want to make sure that everybody else is good. You want to make sure that everybody else is okay until you forget who you are. You lose who you are. And so you look into the mirror and you see yourself with the same routines. You're going to work the same kind of way. You're communicating with the same people, but there's something inside that's not settled. There's something in you that says something is a little bit off. And so oftentimes what happens is we will dismiss those feelings and we will dismiss it and be like, oh, that's just kind of how life is. And so literally I'm still, when I tell you I am experiencing this thing about pouring, and sometimes it's appreciated and sometimes it's not. And so my husband and I, interestingly enough, God is funny, y'all. He's real funny. So my husband and I were out today, and we were out to lunch today, and we uh, we were on our way home, and I said to him, so we do these check-ins every so often. We do these check-ins, and so after 24 years, yeah, we still checking in with each other. So I said to him, I said, what is it that you want from me? How is it a want for me and want from me? How is it I can be of what you need or who you need in this season. And he said to me, he said, Gina, he said, here's my thing with you. He said, you pour so much into other people and you share so much with other people. And he said, the very thing that you're sharing with other people, sometimes you forget to use yourself. So yeah, I was like, who are you talking to? Oh, I wanted to square up. Who are you talking to? But I was like, wait a minute, what'd you say? He said, you pour so much into other people. You know, he called me the other night. He called me the rehabilitator. He was like, you pour so much into other people. You're so accustomed to helping other people. People come to you. You give them exactly what they need to hear. You give them, exactly what they need and what they want. And so I was like, well, how is it that when you're pouring so much into other people, and sometimes they get up and walk away. And so he said, but what you're pouring into other people, I need you to be able to receive yourself. That was an eye opener for me. And so, I want to square up for real. I was like, don't make me come across this table at you. But I knew that was God. I knew that was God. And so I had to take another hard look at myself to say, he on here laughing. That ain't funny. Um, But I had to take a look at myself. I said, no, the question was, how can I better help you? What do you need from me? He said, that's what I need from you. I need for you to take care of yourself. I need for you to be poured into, and I need for you to recognize that you need to do the very things that you're telling other people to do. And so that was a part of that heart reset. I don't know how it's coming. God is just giving it how He's giving it. So this morning in my prayer time, I was literally sitting, and I have this habit, y'all, of keeping my fist clenched. I have this habit of keeping my fist closed. And so he can tell you, like, there are sometimes in the middle of the night, you might walk up on me. I wake up ready. Like, I'm telling you, I wake up ready. And so, now I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Hold on, y'all. It's coming. So oftentimes I will keep my fist clenched, like I'm ready to fight at any moment. Just ready. Just like ready. I don't know where I got it from. I don't know where I don't know. But I noticed, like, okay, I have to tell myself, girl, open your hands. It's okay. It's like I'm looking like I'm whatever he bringing, I'm ready. He can tell you. He on here. He can tell you. It's true. And so literally, I sat there this morning and I was thinking, I was like, well, God, what is this with this clenched fist thing? And so I was reading, I don't even know how I got to it, but I don't know if you've ever heard of this person. His name is Henry Nouwen. His name is Henry Nouwen. And so he came, oh, that's what it was. I Googled, y'all Google everything. So I Googled clenched fist, the reason that people clench their fist. And so this quote came up. This quote came up and it said, "Dear God, I am so afraid to open my clenched fist. Who will I be when I have nothing left to hold on to?" I'm going to read that again. Henry Nouwen, he says, "Dear God, I am so afraid to open my clenched fist. Who will I be when I have nothing left to hold on to?" And so I sat there and I thought about that. The reason some of us keep our fists clenched is because we are afraid to surrender. We are literally afraid to open our hands, because if I open my hands, God, whatever it is I'm holding on to, that means I got to let go of it. That means I've got to completely surrender who I am for who you design me to be. But God, I've walked around with my fist clenched so long, and holding on to dysfunction for so long, and holding on to unhealthy habits so long, until you're telling me to open my fist. But if I open my fist, what am I going to have to hold on to? What am I going to have to complain about? What am I going to have to say that I can? What excuses am I going to have if I open up my fist? Anybody you out there with clenched fists and you didn't even know it? You're afraid to surrender. You're afraid to surrender because, God, I've been holding on to this thing for so long, until if I let go, I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next. And so I thought about that thing. And so he is the author of The Wounded Healer. The Wounded Healer. And so oftentimes, especially in ministry, especially in leadership, we walk around wanting to help everybody else and blessing everybody else and pouring into everybody else, when we're actually walking around with clenched fists. And now we're known as the wounded healer. The wounded healer. Because oftentimes when we're looking for people to help us, when we're looking for people to pour into us, they're nowhere to be found. They've taken what they could take and they're gone. And so now, God, I got to hold on to what little bit of strength I do have. I got to hold on to what little sanity I do have. God, I got to hold on to what little bit of peace I do have. God, I've got to hold on to whatever joy, this little piece of joy. Can I just hold on to this? Because if I open my hands, every time I open my hands, God, somebody leaves, somebody lets go. So what is it that I'm going to have left to hold on to? You can't go nowhere to a good night. What am I going to have to hold on to? So now you're saying that you need me to completely surrender, and now I got to open my hands. So when I thought about it, oh, this just dropped in my spirit, y'all. You know how we say lift up them blessed hands. It's hard to lift up your hands and in a posture of praise with clenched fists. With clenched fists. It's hard. So there's something else that he said. Another quote that he said was, one of the tragedies in life is that we keep forgetting who we are. Thus the clenched fist, thus the failure to surrender. Because if I let go, I don't know what's going to happen, which means that sometimes, God, I forget who I am because I forget who you are. I forget who I am. I forget that if I surrender and you're telling me to surrender, I forget that when I do let go and if I fall, woo, here we go. You right there to catch me. You right there to catch me. If I were to fall, if I were to trip, you are right there to catch me. So the clenched fist, the refusal to surrender is also a sign of saying, God, I don't really fully trust you. Because the last time I opened my fist, you said, but then I saw and it didn't match up with what you said. So here I go. Let me hold on to the frustration. Let me hold on to the bitterness. Let me hold on to the anger. Let me hold on to the fear. Let me hold on to the doubt. Because if I hold on to that, at least I got something. So now you're asking me in this season of a hard reset, in this season of pressing the restart button again, you're still asking me to surrender. You're still asking me to hold on to you and not hold on to them. Ooh, you're asking me to hold on to you and not hold on to them and not hold on to it. Because now my excuses have become my place of comfort. My dysfunctions have become my place of comfort. So now you're asking me to surrender my comfort zone. You're asking me to step out of my comfort zone. I don't know because I don't know what's out there. I'm safe in here. I know the dysfunctional me. But you're asking me to open my clenched fist so I can fully surrender. So how is it that I can put something into your hands when your fists are closed? You keep praying and asking me for things, but how can I put something in your hands when your fists are closed? How? How can I put something in your hands when your fists are closed? So this is the thing. Some of us are asking a question, and I've asked a question myself. God, why do I keep going through the same cycles? Different people, same cycles. Different year, same cycle. Different age, same cycle. Different state, same cycle. Different city, same cycle. Different church, same cycle. Different job, same cycle. And so if you ask God a question, he'll answer, right? He'll answer. So my question was, okay, why am I still going through the same cycles? And he says, because you keep resisting the reset. You keep resisting the reset. There are things that I told you to let go of a long time ago. There are people that I told you to let go a long time ago. See, what happens oftentimes is, and I'm learning this so much, it is when people come to us, sometimes we think they belong to us and we will hold on to them. And when God is saying, hey, there's a shift, it's time for them to go. So now my feelings hurt. Now I'm caught up in my feelings. Now I'm just like, well, God, he said, no, you got that twisted. He said, I didn't tell you that they would never leave or forsake you. I said that I would never leave you or forsake you. So now you're holding on to people who are crying to be let go, and you resist letting them go because they were never yours to begin with. They were there for a season. They were there for a season. So because you have resisted previous resets, now here we are again. We're going to try it again. Because you didn't learn the lesson before, we're going to try it again. So if you find yourself caught up in the same season over and over and over again, if you find yourself caught up in the same cycles over and over and over again, if you find yourself experiencing the same thing, same behavior, different people, sometimes it's not them. Sometimes it's the fact of we are resisting the reset. God is saying, I want to do something new. I hear you praying about something new. I hear you asking me to do something new. But you are struggling with asking me to do something new because you are afraid to let go of old behaviors. Because why? Sometimes you forget who you are. You forget that you belong to me. I shared this earlier today. I posted this earlier today. Um, don't allow fear to cause you to forfeit the life God has already planned for you. So oftentimes we are afraid to let go. We're afraid to find something new or engage in something new because God, what if I don't know what's on the other side of this? So now here I am. I'm allowing fear to cause me to forfeit the life that you have already planned out for me. So sometimes we get it twisted. God ain't surprised about this season. God has never been surprised about any season that you've gone through. It may have been a surprise to us, and sometimes it shouldn't be a surprise because we keep doing the same behavior. So sometimes it shouldn't be a surprise. But God is never surprised about any season that you've gone through. We're surprised because we resist a reset. We're surprised because we are afraid to unclench our fist. We're surprised because we refuse to surrender. We're surprised because we won't let it go. I told you I got to get that Elsa anointed. Let it go. Let it go. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. So let me put some scripture to it, right? Psalm 139, 13 through 16. This from the NIV. Psalm 139, 13 through 16. It says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." Do you really know it full well? "My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. You saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." He ain't surprised. So why are we forfeiting our future because of fear? That I don't know. You telling me to come in contact with new people. I don't know them people. You know that scene in The Color Purple where who's that lady? The lady was asking Sophia. She was like, "Well, my sister can take you home." And so, not Sophia Seeley. She was like, "My sister can take you home. I ain't been with my family a long time. My sister can take you home." And so, well, I don't know her. Oh, here comes my sister Odessa, whatever her name was. I don't know her either. So now Seeley had to forfeit time with her family, forfeit the time that she missed with her family because of fear of old girl. And so literally this is us. God is like, "Hey, you can go ahead and let that go. I don't know that season. I don't know them people. Hey, I want you to come in contact with me. I don't know them either." The nerve. We resist the reset. I want to read this also in the Children's Bible. The International Children's Bible says, Psalm 139, 13 through 16 says, "You made my whole being. You made my whole being. God, you made every single part of me. You made my whole being. You formed me in my mother's body. I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way." So if I really believe that, why am I resisting surrender? If I really truly believe that, why is it that I can't unclench my fist? What you have done is wonderful. I know this very well. Do I know it or do I pretend to know it? Do I know it only when good things are happening or do I know it even in seasons where I don't understand what's going on? You saw my bones being formed as I took shape in my mother's womb. When I was put there, I was put together there. You saw my body as it was formed. Here's the part that I like from this version. All the days planned for me were written in your book before I was 1 day old. Before you even showed up to the earth, before you had that little blanket wrapped around you, that little cap put on your head, God was like, "Hey, I already got this thing laid out for you. All you got to do is keep moving. All you got to do is surrender your will and your plan to mine." But we even come out sometimes when we're born with clenched fists. And so literally tonight and all of this, God is saying, "Hey, this whole heart reset, this thing that I'm trying to do for you, you're going to have to stop. If you want things to get better, you're going to have to stop resisting. Stop resisting the reset. Stop forfeiting your future because you are afraid nobody else will come. Stop forfeiting your future because of fear. Stop forfeiting your future because God, well, if I let them go, if I let this attitude go, if I let this habit go, what's on the other side of this? Don't you want to see? Aren't you for some of you, aren't you tired of being in the same cycles? Aren't you tired of going through the same things over and over and over again? But here's the thing, sometimes we will blame the other people. Different people, same cycle. So if it's different people and same cycles, it's not the people, it's you. It's you. There's some self-examination that has to take place. There's some reflections that need to happen in the presence of God. He's like, look, I'm now I told you that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. I told you, it's like, hey, you put me together. I know this full well. I know you're going to have seasons of reset. Trust me to reset you. Trust God to reset you. Whew. In this season, be determined to unclench your fist. Be determined to unclench your fist. Be determined to surrender. Be determined to want to know what's on the other side of this cycle, this season. This season. Be determined to get out of that comfort zone to say, God, I don't know what you got, but I know what you got. I know you got me. So listen, I pray and hope that this is a blessing to you on tonight. I really do want you to take the time to sit and examine your habits. Sit and examine what is it that you refuse to let go of. Who is it that you are still mourning and they're not even dead? Ooh, who are you still mourning and they're not even dead? I know that's a little harsh, but it is the truth. Who are you still mourning and they're not even dead? They hadn't even transitioned to the sweet by and by. What are you still mourning and it is already past? Some of us are mourning, we're grieving the life that we thought we were going to have. So we're still holding on to hopes of God. I'm just hoping and praying that I'm going to live the life that I thought I was going to have in my 20s. That season is probably gone. More than likely, it's gone. So who are you still mourning? What are you still mourning? Who are you still grieving? What are you still holding on to? And God is like, hey, if you would just unclench your fist and completely surrender, I will show you what's on the other side. What reset are you resisting? What tantrum are you having? You howling and screaming and literally, and God is like, you finished? You done with that tantrum? You ready to reset? You ready to go on now? You ready to move on? You sure? I know it can be challenging. I know it can be difficult, but this is why God will surround you and has surrounded you with people who understand. People are going to help you get through the seasons of the heart reset. So for some of you, it is necessary. It is necessary if you're going to move forward, if you're going to really enjoy life. That was the other thing my husband said to me today. He said, Gina, he said, you forgot how to enjoy life. You got so caught up in helping everybody else. You got so caught up in trying to help rehabilitate everybody else's life, and you forgot how to enjoy life. And I did. I told you, woke up that day, it was like, girl, what you doing? What are you doing? Who are you? And so I'm saying this because of the times that we're living in, this is also a tactic of the enemy to so you can focus so much on what you've lost. You can focus so much on the hurt. You can focus so much on the fact that they left. You can focus so much on the dysfunctions. You can focus so much and be distracted by your own life, your own resistance until you're not operating in your God-given assignment and operating in alignment to be able to help the people that need to be helped and to be able to do all the things that God has called you to do. So it's a whole strategy. He got a whole strategy with this thing. So resisting the reset is no longer an option for those who are believers. God is like, no, I got something in you. I got something in you that other people need. But I need you to make sure that you are still staying in alignment with who I called you to be. It's going to be a constant surrender, not just surrendering one time. This thing is going to be ongoing. So if you have yet to let go of some people, whew, if you have let yet, now here's the thing. You're still holding on to people who let you go. They good. You're still holding on to people who they've already let you go. They already gone. Deuces. They're already gone. But we're still holding on to the hopes of them coming back. We're still holding on, trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? What happened? Was it something I said? Was it something I did? God, why is it always that they're leaving me? God, why is it I'm always pointing? They're always. So you're trying to work all this out in your mind. And God is saying, just chill and surrender. Just chill and surrender. It's just another reset, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So sometimes, so I get fussed at a lot about not updating my devices. And so sometimes my device, so I realize that when you fail to update your devices, that they don't necessarily operate with the full potential in which they are intended to. That's the same thing with life. So when we resist the resets, when we resist to surrender, when we resist the unclenching of our fists, you are literally not operating at full capacity. You're literally not operating in the full potential that God has called you to operate in. It's a trick of the enemy. Because he knows that he knows if we ever truly not just found out, some of us have found out who we are, but if we believe who God has called us to be, if we really truly believe it, he already know what's up. If we really truly believe it and live it out loud and live it with holy boldness, he already know what's up. So if I can keep you bound, if I can keep you afraid, if I can keep you fearful, if I can keep you offended, if I can keep you hurt, if I can keep you bitter, that's what the enemy is saying to us. If I could just keep them in that space where they refuse to reset, where they refuse to surrender, then yeah, yo, I got them. I got them. They're gonna move a little, they're gonna try to move a little bit forward, but then I'm gonna get into their mind. I'm gonna tap that mental and pull them right on back. So don't let that continue to be you. Don't forfeit the reset. I know it can be difficult, it can be challenging, but it's for a purpose. God is always intentional about his children. So I hope that this was a blessing to you on tonight. Go back and read Psalm 139:13. So go back and read the whole thing. But Psalm 139, 13 through 16. Again, why are you going through the same cycles? Because you're resisting the reset. You're resisting the reset. Don't allow fear of the future to cause you to forfeit the life that God already has laid out and planned out for you. Trust me, I'm not telling you what I know. I'm there. I'm there working through all of this. I'm there. I'm there. Don't I know we ready to just, the guy's like, girl, chill. Just it's you're like, hold up, it's me. Hold up. Unclench your fist. You good? Stay in his presence. Stay connected to the people that God has called you to stay connected to. I'm telling you, yeah, complete surrender. Complete surrender. And don't here's the thing, don't overthink it. Well, God, if I then what can you show me before I surrender? Y'all, that ain't faith. I know. Can you show me before I let this thing go? Can you give me a glimpse of what's on the other side? And for many of us, he already has. He has already given you he's already shown you what's on the other side of this thing. But there are some habits that you're gonna have to let go. There are some people that you're gonna have to let go, and it's okay. I know. Ooh, child, you ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. I know. I know. I know. So again, I want to read this quote again. One of the tragedies in life is that we keep forgetting who we are. Stop forgetting who you are and whose you are. Allow God to do the heart resetting. It's not a surprise to him. It's not a surprise to him. So look, 2020, what year is this? 2026 is almost over. So we don't want to walk into 2027 with the same issues, like year after year after year, after year after year after year after year. So make up in your mind, continue to stay prayed up, continue to stay in his presence. And it's not like you have to do this thing on your own. Literally, God is like, I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you every step of the way. As long as you're with me, I'm with you. As long as you keep your ear to my mouth, I'll tell you what to do, but it's up to you to obey and it's up to you to surrender. So don't resist the reset. Don't resist the reset. Unclench your fist. unclench your fist. Listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us in the room on tonight. So I wanted to share this with you. Save the date, November 7th. The Room Experience Live is going down again this year. 2026, November 2026, November 7th, 2026. Registration opens August 1st. So do not hesitate to secure your seat or sow a seat. I want to say thank you for those who are sewing into LSCM 633. Again, if you would go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate you. And thank you for joining us every Wednesday. If God is leading you to sow on tonight, and thank you for those who've sown into all that we're doing. If God is leading you to sow, by all means, you can do so at Cash App $ LSCM 633. That's Cash App $ LSCM 633. And go to Linktree to find out all the things that we are doing. This is coming up. Let's see what's coming up. So we'll be in Lawrence, South Carolina. Lawrence, South Carolina, this coming Saturday. Find and joy in everyday life with Latressa Crawford. And so I will be one of the guest speakers as well as co-host. And this has been a couple of years now that I've been co-host. Absolutely wonderful time. A time of fun, a time of thinking about joy and the experiencing the joy of the Lord. And so in a safe space, a space that's fun. So if you're in the Lawrence, South Carolina area, by all means, feel free to join us. You'll see it on our social media platforms. Also, this coming Saturday, Another Brother Cares. Another Brother Cares, hosted by Robert Crawford and the ABC crew. So we are grateful for all that God is doing in that space with our men. Listen, go ahead and sow a seed. Thank you for those who've registered. You've registered your sons, your husbands, your cousins, your nephews, your uncles. It's not too late for you to sow a seed or to attend. You can sow by Cash App $ OBAAT. 2023. That's one brother at a time. That's what that stands for. One brother at a time. 2023. So they would love to have you there. You know, we're complaining about our kids, we're complaining about husbands, we're complaining about sons, but help them to get into these spaces where they can grow. So listen, I want to say thank you all for joining us on tonight. Again, if you feel led to sow, of course, you can do so. Cash App $ LSCM 633. Listen, we are here every Thursday unless God says otherwise, or unless your girl is on vacay. I want to say thank you to those who support. A couple of other things. Pray 365 is still going on. Apostle Dr. Latrice Williams, the DG, and my family. And so listen, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Pray 365. And so, if you're looking for that place to help you reset, it's that place. If you're looking for, places to reset, your personal time with God. Your personal time with God. So there's so many things that are happening around us. You can go to our social media pages where we share. We don't mind sharing what people are doing. We don't mind sharing what people are doing. And so I pray that this time has been a blessing to you. Again, share this with somebody. Somebody else needs to know that it's time for them to surrender. Somebody else needs to know that it's time for them to unclench their fist. Somebody else needs to know. And so we pray blessings upon you. Thank you for joining us on tonight. Listen, keep in touch with us. Let us know what's happening. Let us know what you're doing so that we can share in what you're doing as well. There's so much that's happening around us. Y'all let's keep our world prayed up. Seriously. And our babies, my goodness. My goodness, the enemy is using these children to do some horrific things. And so this is why we've got to heal. This is why we've got to surrender. This is why we've got to stop resisting the reset so that we can be a blessing and an example and an encouragement and a connection to these babies. And so we pray God's blessings upon you. Listen, you pray for me, I'll pray for you, and watch God change things. And we will see you next week in these Jesus streets. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.